I'm joined here now with Anna J. Walner, an author out of Texas, and you recently released your newest novel, Garcane, last week. So, could you just give me some background into this book?
The book actually started as an idea a long, long time ago. It's based on my adoption story. So I was adopted from a Houston hospital in 1981. Yes, I'm telling my age. And as a child, you always wonder, the why behind your adoption. And so all of these things come to mind. I'm part royalty. I'm the love child of, Rod Stewart and, Nicole Kidman, something crazy like that. And then as I got older and I started developing my own voice as an author, I've written a couple of other books prior to this series, but I said it's time for me to take on this narrative. And so I gave my adoption story to Amelia, the main character, and I set it in Australia because I do have an Australian heritage. That's the one thing that I do know. And so I just took it in a very wild direction to see where it would go. And it ended up in a secret society of vampires and werewolves that escaped to New Holland in 1788 and have lived in secret ever since.
So, as you're mentioning some of this book, is this what readers can expect to kind of delve into this secret society?
It is based around a community called the Colony, and Amelia is called home for a very specific purpose. And you'll find out what that purpose is in the book. I don't want to give too much away. And it is her sort of birthright to claim her place within the colony and to make the decision of whether or not she wants to unbind from her mortality and take on this task or go back to her normal, boring life as a human in Houston, Texas, which is where I'm from. And so, yeah, that's really what readers can expect is delving into the secret society and the characters that you meet along the way. It's a very character centric, character driven narrative.
And what draws you to the fantasy genre and keeps you inspired?
I think that just I've always had a fascination with the paranormal, the things that you don't quite understand, and it's always fascinating for me to learn something new about history and about I have to think that every mythos or version of lore had to be inspired by some kernel of truth. And so that really does intrigue me. And so what keeps me motivated is the characters, because once I begin writing the story, I am just like a reader living in the world alongside of Amelia and Roan and Anatoly and Ambrose and Michelle and all of them. And so I'm going on the same ride that you guys are. I'm writing it and going along for the ride as well. So that's very thrilling to do.
You've already announced the second book in this series, so including this next book, what is your plan and what can readers expect with the whole series?
It's scheduled for a four book series. So Garcane is the first book in the series, which is just released, and then Lorugo is the second book in the series, which is slated for release on November 2nd of this year. I wanted to, because Garcane does end on a bit of cliffhanger, I wanted readers to know that I made a promise to them at the end of the first book and that I would, as an author, keep that promise. So I went ahead and set the release date, and the book is already available for pre-order. So you know that you can get invested in the series, and there will be a series. The fourth book is currently in revisions, so they're just waiting.
And your book has been listed as a hot new release on Amazon for June, and the support that you've received so far with pre ordering and now. So, what does that mean to you to see all of that?
Oh, that's amazing. And it made the number one on Barnes and Noble ebook. So it was the number one ebook for I think 4 out of the first 7 days of release, which was just crazy to see. And it's since, fallen down in the ranks, as books do. But to see how many people had ordered the book and were interested in the series, it's getting invested in the series itself, was shocking, humbling, exciting, scary. I mean, a myriad of different kind of emotions going through my mind.
And if anyone else is looking to get the book or look ahead at your upcoming releases, where's the best place to go?
You can always go to my website, which is annajwalner.com. But the books are widely distributed. So you can find them on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, all ebook distributors, even Walmart and any book retailer. I know there are a lot that I never even knew existed, like Discount Book and Books a Million, and that we don't have down here in the South. But yes, so it's should be able to find it wide.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Anna.
Thank you so much, Jasmine, for having me. It has been a pleasure, and have a great day, everyone.